Alright, let's take a look at the new Espers. I glanced over their multipliers and they don't look too bad. First off, Bitao, his S1 has a 120% multiplier and extends the duration of the enemy's debuff by 1 turn. His S2 is an active skill. Targets one enemy in auto battle, it prioritizes enemy with petrification. If the target has petrification, inflicts soul snare. If the target doesn't have petrification, there is a 100% chance to inflict petrification for 1 turn, won't miss and can't be resisted. And has a 3 turn cooldown. Soul snare is cannot be healed, the carrier takes true damage at the start of their allies non-active turn. True damage is equal to 10% of their max HP. Now it doesn't say if the soul snare has any duration, so I think it will last throughout the combat or until it gets cleansed, right? Yeah, the damage is not that high, only 10%. But if it lasts throughout combat, I think it's gonna be very good. S3 is attacks all enemies, damage equals to 120% of damage and inflicts petrification for 1 turn, gains sardonic slash for 2 turns, which is before an enemy's turn starts. If they have at least 2 debuffs, inflict petrification on them for 1 turn. Divinate is when the barrier has sardonic slice, 100% chance of immunizing against silence. Very specific. And his captain ability is accuracy plus 40%. Resonance is R1, 10% final damage on S3. R2 is a new factors added to S3. Immune to petrification if petrification on any enemy ends early. Extends this status effect duration for 1 turn. I think this is going to be key for PvP if you want to run him in PvP. He's not going to be good for PvE, that's for sure. R4 is if an enemy is incapacitated, ally speed plus 10. And R6 is gain sardonic slice for 1 turn at the start of combat. I don't think this is useful. So if you do want to summon for him, I think you can stop at R2. Or even like R4 is pretty decent. 10 speed is alright. It's not really, game changing, but it's nice to have. So if you want to summon for him, probably just stop at R2. Rival rune is the wind set. 277 speed, not bad, pretty fast. Speed, HP and HP. 277 speed I think is about the same as Chu Yao. Let me check. Oh yeah, it's about the same. Chu Yao is 3 speed faster than him. And he does ascend into 7 speed as well. Okay, that's it for Bitao. Let's go over the new Shimmer legend. Ability 1 is attacks one enemy 180% multiplier. That's pretty insane. One of the highest S1 multiplier in the game. Upon a crit, Sky's Wrath -1 cooldown. If I'm not mistaken, Sky's Wrath is like someone else's skill, right? I think it's like let me check. Is it Zhang Juli's? Oh, Zhang Juli's Sky Smash. It's almost the same name. Okay, S2 is consumes all HP to gain Thunderclad. Converts consume HP to boost crit damage by 1.5 times. Lasts for 2 turns. This ability's cooldown is not affected by anything. Passive, if Mingxuo has accentuated upon revival, cast Raging Sacrifice, and it has a 4 turn cooldown. Thunderclad is increases crit damage by a multiplier, speed plus 300%. Okay. Immune to attack down, speed down, and crit rate down and AP down effects. Immune to ability damage, replaces it with invincibility for the same number of turns in non-PvP battles. You can still stun him though, right? So if you stun, he's not going to be doing any damage even after sacrificing his HP. Okay, so if you have accentuated, when you revive him, he will instantly cast this S2. So you can go 4 turns with this skill right here. Not bad. I think you can combo him with UNDYING so that you can have the revive as well on him. Alright, S3 is attacks all enemies 3 times. Damage per hit is equals to 120%. Yo, per hit. That's 360% damage. Passive is after each of Mingxuo's action, ignores 15% defense when dealing damage up to 75%, resets after any enemy's active turn. So it has a 4 turn cooldown. Captain ability is plus 25 speed. And Divinate is if the barrier doesn't have Thunderclad at the end of their turn, 100% chance of increasing AP by 100%. So it's gonna gain a bunch of turns. Okay. Resonance is R1, Sky's Wrath. After each of Mingxuo's action, ignores 20% defense when dealing damage, up to 100%, resets after any enemy's active turn. So now he's ignoring 100% of defense. This is gonna be insane. R2 is Sky's Wrath final damage plus 10%. R4 is Thunderclad's duration plus 1 turn. I think this is going to be very good. And then R6 is consume HP to boost crit damage by 2 times instead of 1.5 times. Okay, so the thing is, when he casts his S2, he doesn't get an additional turn, right? So this is going to be a turn pretty much wasted. We'll see how it works. His rival rune is speed, attack, and speed with 235 speed, not bad. Holy shit! His attack stat is 1400. That is the highest in the game. The second highest is Narmer, if I'm not mistaken, with like 1300. Yeah, 1330. He has 1400. What the heck? Alright, let's check if Bitao's S2 has any duration on the Soul Snare. I'm also bringing another poison unit just to see the effects of the S3, because whenever the enemy has 2 or more debuffs, it will inflict petrification for 1 additional turn. He's gonna petrify 2 people and then wait, how does it work again? Before an enemy turn starts. Okay, so this guy, he has 4 debuffs. When he gets his turn, he's gonna be petrified. Yep. Okay, so it kind of works like Tricky in a way. Whereas Tricky, if you cleanse, then you get petrified and you also take like true damage. But this guy, when you have more than 2 debuff, then you will get petrified. I think it's gonna be a very good pairing with Hilda, because Hilda also inflicts poison, right? At the start of the enemy's turn. Okay, this Soul Snare does not have a duration, I think. Let me see. Let's see here. Yeah, he still has the Soul Snare. So the Soul Snare is gonna last throughout the combat or until it gets cleansed. Alright, now for the new Shimmer Esper. His S2 is what I wanna see. If Mingxuo has accentuated upon revival, cast Raging Sacrifice. So if you pair this up with Yujing, I think it's gonna be a permanent S2 cast. So he will have 300 speed at all times and also immunity to all of this stuff right here. Okay, good, he didn't die. That was a little bit too close. Okay, now he has the revival from Yujing. The warm welcome revives the carrier upon their death and recover HP equals to 50% of their HP. So when I cast the S2, she should have 0 HP. Yeah, okay. And then he gains another turn because he has 300 speed right now. It's insanely fast. Okay. 32,000 damage with no gear at all. Does he still have the one welcome buff? He doesn't. So he's gonna die right here. Oh, okay, so he doesn't instantly die. That's good. But because my Yujing didn't get a turn, he just ended up dying, right? Let me make my Yujing a little bit faster, just to make sure that I can land the warm welcome buff on him at all times. As long as he has the warm welcome buff, when he dies, he is going to revive and then recast the Raging Flame. Raging Sacrifice, I mean. Boom. 26,000 damage. Okay, now he has 2 turns of the Yujing's buff. When he dies, hopefully, there we go. Accentuate the buff. He gains the effect once again. The Thunderclad. Even though it's on cooldown. Ooh, okay. This is gonna be a very good combo. Yujing plus this new unit is gonna go crazy. Because it's gonna be the lowest HP at all times because of this S2 right here. And if you can speed tune it correctly, your Yujing will move right after the effect ends and provide the warm welcome buff. And when he dies, he gets the effect again. Look at that! Yo, this is insane! He can't die! So if you have like R6 Yujing, this is gonna be very good because R6 Yujing instantly at the start of combat puts the effect on the lowest HP ally. So if you have R6 Yujing, then you don't really need to go first. But with this strat right here, if you don't have R6 Yujing, then you do need to go first so that Yujing can put the warm welcome buff. But yeah, I think it's gonna be very good because his speed is insane. I don't have any relics on him, and he's already like matching the Yujing speed at 200 speed right now because he gets like 300 plus 300 speed, right? So I think how it works is that his total speed is getting multiplied by 4 times because this is additional 300 speed. Let me check how Xuan Pin works, because Xuan Pin gives overall speed as well. Does it say like plus 50 on the chariot buff? Yeah, Xuan Pin is plus 50 speed, and this is overall speed, by the way. So overall speed, speed buff is also overall speed as well. Let me see who has the speed buff. Raven should have the speed buff on the S3. Yeah, speed buff is also overall 30 speed, and this guy is getting plus 300 speed. So if you already have him at 200 speed with your relics, that 300 speed is going to give him 800 speed. 800 speed! What the hell? I think he's going to be very good for PvE as well. With this amount of speed, he can be very good in the Elite comp. I think so. But yeah, that's it for the testing. I think this guy is going to be very good for PvE and also for PvP. UNDYING is going to pair very well with this guy, because if you can speed tune like perfectly, this guy will become unkillable. He will just keep spamming the S2 infinitely and just keep going crazy because his speed is like 800 plus, right? If you have him at 300 speed, it's going to go over 1000 speed, by the way. Just final thing, the way you can get him is from Esper Fusion, and you first need to unlock Everett to R6 before you can start working on him. I think you can still get all of his copies even without having like Yunchuan, Meta Yunchuan, Meta Liling and all those stuff, but it will take you a little bit longer to get him to R6. But yeah, that's about it. I think he's a very cool unit. I can't wait to get him to R6 and try him out. Ciao.